From new mechanics and other worlds to the largest roster of playable characters in the franchise's history, here's everything to know about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Development on Sonic Racing CrossWorlds began in 2022, with Sega's Sonic team partnering with developers of the initial D arcade cabinets. The game's biggest new mechanic, the ability to use rings as portals, was inspired by the recent popular Sonic the Hedgehog movies that introduced such an element to the franchise, as well as producer Ryuichi Taki's childhood memories of being in a car, driving through long tunnels only to exit in a different place than where he entered. Yeah, that's kind of how tunnels work. The team focused on developing the tracks first and foremost before adding items. Sonic series producer Takashi Iizuki claims that disappointment from fans in the lack of crossover content in Team Sonic Racing contributed to the decision to include characters from outside the Sonic franchise as DLC for CrossWorlds. The team is also trying to appeal to more Japanese gamers, with popular characters in Japan like Ichiban from Like a Dragon, Joker from Persona 5, and Hatsune Miku. As previously mentioned, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds will feature the largest roster of characters in Sonic Racing history. At launch, the game will include 23 racers, all from within the Sonic franchise. Completing the Grand Prix will also unlock the Golden Supersonic. Free updates will bring additional races. We have 3 confirmed so far: Hatsune Miku, Ichiban from the Like a Dragon series, and Joker from Persona 5. An additional 10 free characters are being teased, but we currently have no details on them. The game will feature a season pass as well, which also adds new characters, including 9, Dread, and Rusty Rose from the Sonic Prime TV show. The additional season pass characters we know of come from Minecraft, SpongeBob, and Pac-Man, with 8 additional characters to be announced at a later date. Pre-ordering the game will also get you Sonic's Werehog form, first debuted in Sonic Unleashed. For a full roster of all confirmed characters, head to the GameSpot link in the description. Each course features 12 races and 3 laps. Like Mario Kart, there is a big emphasis on drifting and doing tricks off of jumps in order to get speed boosts. You can also collect coins, rings, to increase your base speed. Unlike in previous Sonic Racing games, characters aren't locked to a specific vehicle, and can even utilize the Extreme Gear hoverboards introduced in the Sonic Riders sub-series. There are 4 different classes for the vehicles that are based around each vehicle's primary stat: speed, acceleration, power, or handling, except for the hoverboards, which are in a class unto themselves: boost. In total, there are 45 vehicles in the game, and players can even mix and match parts to create their own custom rides. The additional DLC characters, whether from the Season Pass or free updates, will also add new vehicles. CrossWorlds also features a gadget mechanic. Unlike items that players can pick up in the race to give them an advantage, gadgets are chosen before the race, with over 70 gadgets to choose from. The game includes 24 different tracks, with more tracks coming in that DLC content as well. Once the racer in first place completes their first lap, they can choose one of 2 travel rings to transport the race to a different location for the second lap. There are 15 of these CrossWorlds in the game. In these CrossWorlds will be random modifiers to shake up the race. Then, for the final lap, racers will return to the original course, albeit somewhat altered from the first lap. Like Mario Kart, the Grand Prix features 4 races, but the 4th race will mash up laps from the previous 3. Players will also be assigned a rival that races at a higher difficulty than the rest of the CPU races. If the player manages to best their rival in a race, they'll earn additional rewards at the end. In addition to a time trial mode is Race Park, which features party game-like challenges. Multiplayer is both local and online, and supports crossplay between systems. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds will launch on September 25th, 2025 on PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series consoles, and Nintendo Switch. A digital Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game will be arriving later in the year, but if you want to pick it up physically on Nintendo's latest hardware, you will have to wait until 2026. The base version of the game will cost $70 for every platform but the original Switch, where it will be $60, while the deluxe edition will be an additional $20. Buying the deluxe version nets players 3 days of early access, as well as the game's aforementioned Season Pass. Pre-ordering either version of the game will also get you that previously mentioned Werehog. And that's everything to know about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. For more on the game, including our eventual review, stay right here on GameSpot.